Hey everyone, what's up? You can pretty much tell I'm sitting in sort of a new chair we got. It's actually not really new. A neighbor of my aunt and uncle's and Tracy was just giving it away, put it on the side of the house. Or put it not on the side of the house, but put it in front of the house on the sidewalk and said, hey, it's free to anybody. So we took it. Yeah, they let us take it, and there you go. Uh, anyway. I just got a call from my family, from my mom. She's going to be on her way, so I got at least about an hour to get this done. Anyway, I said I was going to do a DVD update, DVD Blu-ray update, mostly Blu-ray this time. There is some DVDs, we'll get those out of the way in just a minute, but it's mostly Blu-ray, and it is some of the Blu-rays that I mentioned in an earlier video this week that I was going to attempt to get, even some surprises here and there. So let's start off though with the DVDs. And the first DVD we got here is a DVD with a documentary that you can find on YouTube. And if you got the software, like any video converter, which is a good software, you just got to figure it out. As well as, you know the website KeepVid or SaveVideo.me, then you can gain this documentary. And the documentary I have in my hand is I Am Street Fighter, the 25th anniversary documentary. This is actually on the Street Fighter YouTube channel. Believe it or not, this is actually on the Street Fighter YouTube channel. It's very interesting. You actually find out there's a lot of big-time Street Fighter fans out there. There's even one fan that not only cosplays as Ryu and Dark Ryu, if you will, but also collects a whole bunch of Street Fighter merchandise and related material. Even games that, not just even the Street Fighter games themselves, but anything that has a Street Fighter cameo or reference to Street Fighter, he collects. So very interesting. I highly recommend watching this on YouTube, and maybe going to copying a link off YouTube, going to keepvid.com or savevideo.me, downloading it and using one of those sites to download it as as a file, and then either if you have a DVD recorder, save it to maybe, let's say, your CD-ROM, and then record it off your DVD player or your Xbox 360, because it'll be an MP4 file off your Xbox 360, maybe even your Xbox One. Record it off there and onto your DVD recorder, and you should have it. Maybe you're lucky enough to have a Blu-ray recorder, do the same thing. Or if you have a software like any video converter and Windows DVD Maker, I recommend trying using both of those to get it done as well. So yeah, I Am Street Fighter 25th anniversary documentary. I think this is the documentary that came with the whole Street Fighter 4 exclusive collector set when the game first came out. Alright, next up, we have a movie I got for $5, and surprisingly, this movie's not even out on Blu-ray yet. I'm kind of surprised by that. But it's a classic movie, came out in 1987, runs for 107 minutes. And of course I'm talking about batteries not included. So yeah, my mom likes this movie. She says it's a cute film. And again, I'm just surprised that the movie's not on Blu-ray yet. So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, this is batteries not included. Got this at work the other day. And what more can I say? You know, you probably do need to add this to your collection, if you know what I'm saying. And then, as of today, from courtesy of Netflix and DVD Fab, which, you know, apparently is under fire a lot lately, got a couple of new additions. First of all, my mom wanted me to get these for her. The first movie is End of the Spear. It's a Christian-related movie, End of the Spear. Came out in 2006. It's PG-13, and it runs for 151 minutes. So there you go, End of the Spear. Put that over here. And then the other one is also came out in 2006. It runs for 96 minutes. It's also rated PG-13, and it is Beyond the Gates of Splendor. So both, I guess, are connected or related to each other because they talk about the same story, if you will. This one, though, is more of a documentary than anything else. And that is Beyond the Gates of Splendor. And then, for me, since I do have the first film that it's inspired from, which is the Kentucky Fried Movie, I decided, why the heck not? I'm trying to find a certain scene in one of these films that I know I've seen before. And basically it's a scene where, I don't know if it takes place in a hotel room or in a room inside a train or something, but a guy and a girl are kind of getting it on. They go under the sheets. All of a sudden, you know, they kind of meet. I guess they kind of meet at in the dining room or something. Then they go to his room or something like that, or her room. They start getting it on. They go under the sheets completely. You see them getting it on under there. And then all of a sudden you see this group of guys just come outside the door and start shooting away at it. It's like they just stop. It's like all of a sudden they stop doing all of this. Like they're just one big lump. And then afterwards, after the firing through the door is done, because it goes through the door and it, you know, hits the wall and everything. After that's done, all of a sudden you hear the girl, and you kind of see her foot move up under the sheets. She kind of says the line of, "That was wonderful, I felt the earth move." And I'm like, I've seen, and to me, I've seen that scene somewhere before in the 80s. Because my grandparents were watching, we were watching this at my grandparents' one time a long time ago. So I've seen it, and I'm trying to find out which movie it could be, and I'm trying to figure out whether it's a spoof out of the Naked Gun series, whether it's a spoof of the Kentucky Fried series, if it's on Amazon Women on the Moon, which is rated R, runs for 85 minutes, 1987, same year as Batteries Not Included. So I'm just trying to find it, and maybe if any of you know what movie I'm talking about or have an idea of what I'm talking about, where that scene can be from the 80s and all that, let me know down below, because I know I've seen it, and I know I'm not the only one that's seen it. So, but yeah, that's why I also have this. So basically, I have both movies that kind of connect to each other: Kentucky Fried and Amazon Women on the Moon. Both the spoofs, got some good celebrity guest stars on there at that time, so definitely worth checking out when the time is right. All right, now let's get to the Blu-rays. And believe me, this is a lot of Blu-rays, probably the most I've ever gotten in the past few weeks. So let's get started. And let's get started with the big one. The one that I'm sure anybody's been trying to get their hands on. and believe me when I say trying to get their hands on, the first week it's at my store, the Blu-ray version starts just selling out. Yeah, the DVD version's selling and all that, but the Blu-ray version's just going off the shelves, off the shelf. And then this past weekend, it goes off the shelf literally. So this past Wednesday night, after Bible study, I decided, okay, I got to get some other things as well, but also I want to get this film. And I hid one away behind some clothes in the men's section, with basically clothes that are like this. You know what I mean? And I guess somebody did find it, because when I looked that night, there was not many Blu-ray editions left of it. So I did find one though, and there were a few more around. They still have to get more in because this is very popular. It's one of the greatest animated films, if not the greatest animated film of all time now. And of course, I'm talking about Frozen. That's right, I got it finally this past week, officially. I know a lot of you have probably seen me show off the digital HD versions I have. Well, both of those I got because of torrents and because people took the digital HD versions and uploaded them to the torrents. So there you go. So yeah, I got a couple of DVD backups. But anyway, here it is, Frozen on Blu-ray. Nice little slipcover, if you will. Of course, you got the digital thing right there where you can watch it. And then, of course, you got advertisements as well. In here, you have the DVD, and here you have the Blu-ray. So that's pretty cool. And Zara Nizarak, if I'm you, I highly recommend getting this movie for your daughter. I think she will enjoy it, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. Yeah, they actually had it out for a while, and then I guess when they got it back in stock, they started putting the Academy Award seal on it as well. And that's what you're going to see when you get this. It's going to have the Academy Award seal in gold here. It's going to say Academy Award winner, Best Original Song, Best Animated Feature. And the special features on it, especially with the Blu-ray, the special features on the Blu-ray are the making of Frozen, Defrosted, Disney's journey from Hans Christian Andersen to Frozen, deleted scenes, Let It Go end credit version music video with Demi Lovato and Martina Stolisi, Violet, Spanish and Italian, and of course the Mickey Mouse short, the new one, Get a Horse. So that is what's on the Blu-ray edition, on the collector's edition of Frozen. And of course, like I said, it contains the Blu-ray, contains the DVD, and the code for the digital HD digital copy that you can watch on the go. So Frozen, finally part of the collection in my family. Then of course, the week before, for $9.96, I got the whole thing. And again, Sean, like I mentioned before, this is something that I think maybe I can send you if you don't already have it. And of course, I'm talking about the 4-disc edition of Titanic. Sorry, this is the 4-disc edition. Of course, you have that. showing you the different ways it's on to own it. And then you got the digital code behind there. And then here you have the Blu-ray with the entire film. Here you have the Blu-ray with the features. Special features, that is. And then you have the feature film spread across 2 discs. That's right. So you have the feature film Blu-ray wise on one disc, and the other disc being the special features. And then on the other disc, you have the film spread across 2 discs. Kind of old school, if you know what I mean. So, what do we have on here? Well, Disc 1 is the Blu-ray feature film and special features. 3 commentaries by cast, crew, and James Cameron. Disc 2, excuse me about that, is the feature film part 1. Disc 3 is feature film part 2. Basically, it's the movie on both discs. And then disc 4, which was the other Blu-ray I showed you, is the Blu-ray special features. On there we have reflections on Titanic. Titanic, The Final Word with James Cameron, that documentary they showed, I think, on History and Discovery Channel. 30 deleted scenes, 60 behind-the-scenes featurettes, and much more, including My Heart Goes On music video. So that's all on here, and that was for $10 that I got this. So again, Center Nice Rack, if you don't have it, I'll probably send it to you, but if you do, let me know in response to my video. But Titanic, if you don't have the shit, get it. It's worth having in your collection, and the picture looks beautiful, believe it or not. It does look a lot better. Then here are some new ones I got within the past few days, past 24 hours I should say. We have We Are Marshall for $4.86. See, my job, for any of you that have a Walmart near you, right now Walmart, my job basically has a deal going on where you can get these kind of movies for $4.86 now. And of course if you look in the $5 bin you can do that too. But Pacific titles from Warner Brothers you can get. And here we have We Are Marshall, based on the true story. There's the disc. Right there. And on here we have with special features, legendary coaches, how coaches overcome adversity, and theatrical trailer. So yeah, there you go. We Are Marshall on Blu-ray. Excuse me. And it is a Heartland True Moving Picture Award winner. So definitely worth getting if you're into this, if you want to know about what happened behind, what really happened after that tragedy. So definitely worth getting in your collection and checking out. And right now at Walmart at my job, worth getting because it's affordable. And then speaking of the deals at my job, like I said, that's $4.86. And then I'm sure a lot of people are fans of those 4 film favorites, those multiple film DVD or Blu-ray releases. Well, for $12.96, my job has said, hey, we're going to do the same. We're going to do that and give people 4 Blu-rays for $12.96, literally for the price of a DVD. And the first one here is a favorite of my family's, a favorite of my mom's, favorite of mine, especially the 4th film. And of course, I'm talking about the Lethal Weapon series. Now, what's ironic about this is not that long ago, I ended up getting the same series on DVD, the same film favorite, the 4 film favorites on DVD. Now, I have it. Now, I recently got it on Blu-ray. Pretty cool, huh? And you can see the shininess of the cover. It's really, really nice. I like that. Oops. Put that over here. And here they are. Now, what's funny is it's not a 4-disc deal like Titanic. Instead, you have the movies on top of each other. That's right. It's a 2-disc deal. It's a 2-disc Blu-ray case, and you have the movies on top of each other. So here you have Lethal Weapon 1, and you have Lethal Weapon 2. Pretty cool. And that's my dog in the background. And here, on the next ones, hopefully, according to Zero Nizrak, these are durable, so they shouldn't really get hurt. We have Lethal Weapon 3 and Lethal Weapon 4. So there you go. Yeah, I know some people might say, well, why don't they just put them in a 4-disc case? Well, for $12.96, what can you say? You get 4 movies, but you get them stacked on top of each other in a 2-disc set. But worth getting, because at least you get all 4 of them. And you can go on it. You can go to places like Best Buy or go to places like online like Amazon and get a 4-disc deal and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do it that way. So, yeah. But there you go. All 4 Lethal Weapon movies presented in 1080 high definition remastered. Very worth getting, especially if you're a Lethal Weapon fan. And right now, $12.96 at my job, can't go wrong. And then here, kind of ironic, the sequel is coming out in the next month or two. But here we have, for $9.96, The Amazing Spider-Man. That's right, it's The Amazing Spider-Man. And we have, of course, the digital code. And of course, in some advertisements and all that. So that's pretty cool right there. That back in there. And then of course we have, if I can get it out of here, we have the Blu-ray of the movie. We have the Blu-ray with the special features. And of course we have the DVD movie. So even though I have the DVD anyway, I have a backup copy now. So, hold on for a second. Yeah? Hey, Had to let my dog out. But anyway, as far as special features go on here, Blu-ray wise, Blu-ray exclusives, we have the Spider-Man second screen app. It says download the app to your iPad or Sony tablet or Xperia tablet 5 and sync to the film for even more immersive experience. Let's see, we have Rite of Passage, The Amazing Spider-Man Reborn, pre-visual sequences, image progression reels. We also have deleted scenes, audio commentary with Mark Webb, A.V. Ardard, Atomic, stunt rehearsals, and the Oscorp Archives Production Art Gallery. So yeah, you get all that for $9.96 at Walmart right now with the Blu-ray edition of The Amazing Spider-Man. And it's kind of ironic that I got this because the new one's coming out real soon. And then speaking of Spider-Man, looking at my time list, I got plenty, I hope. We have Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray for $9.96. If I can, one of those connectors, if you will. It's kind of, there we go. There it is, and of course you have the slipcover as well. I mean, the little digital thing under it. And then, special feature-wise, you have commentary by Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire, A.V. Avard, and Grant Curtis. Technical commentary with Laura Zinsky and Alvin Sargent. Blooper reels, Hero in Crisis, Making the Amazing 12-part documentary, Occumentary, 8 Arms to Hold To, and VFX breakdown, VFX breakdown. So that's basically it's basically the same features that you get on the DVD release, and it says includes the theatrical and extended versions of the film. So you basically get, if you choose, you want to watch what Spider-Man 2 was, the original Spider-Man 2 was supposed to be like, there you go, you got the opportunity right here. And then, speaking of Spider-Man, we have Spider-Man 3. And they didn't have the first one, which was kind of surprising, but I think they'll have it in soon, especially with the movie coming out. And there you got